Look, for us, nothing changes from what we talked about this morning. You know, the reality is New Zealanders want a government to be able to get things done, and they want a government that's going to be able to deal with the cost of living crisis, to lift incomes for all, restore law and order, and to deliver better public health and education.
But it gives you a better chance of winning?
Look, I mean, for us, nothing changes. We are just very fixated on the New Zealand people and making sure we actually can get to government and deliver a government that can get things done for the New Zealand people.
How did you find out?
Like all of you, I think. It was actually just through internal text someone sent me. And then we obviously turned on the television and saw the announcement. And again, I just say, it is a pretty difficult and demanding job. And I think she has given it her all. And we should thank her for her public service.
How did your caucus react?
Our caucus was, we got together after we all watched the television and we all came together and talked about it briefly and about the election date, and then we carried on.
Are you a bit disappointed? Did you want a Luxon versus Ardern sort of standoff?
Oh, look, what I want is I want to be able to get a change of government that can actually deliver things for the New Zealand people. I think we have a fantastic country in New Zealand. I think we have some major challenges, some big problems to overcome and some huge opportunities ahead of us. And I really want us to be able to realise our collective potential as a result. So that's really my focus.
And you're obviously the leader of the opposition. Your job is to oppose the government and you got a pretty big scalp today. Does National take any sort of credit for that?
Look, I think ultimately those are decisions for the Prime Minister as to, I think she articulated well how she had come to the decision that she had. Again, today it's all about actually acknowledging the work that she has done, to thank her for her public service and what is a very demanding and difficult job.
If National were at 20% of the polls like they were this time last year, then she probably would have had gas in the tank, to use her words today. National success in the last year has definitely had something to do with the fact that she's resigned today.
Yeah, look, I can't put words into her mouth or judge what she was weighing up as she thought about whether she would carry on or not. Ultimately, that's a decision for the Prime Minister, and it would be wrong of me to prejudge that.
Who do you think is next in line out of the... Who would you think?
Well, look, it doesn't really worry me because ultimately I see a team there that actually cannot get things done. And, the reality is, when you look across this government in a series of portfolios and you look at the set of ministers, the same problem exists. They're unable to actually convert and be able to get things done. And so, for me, that'll be a decision for the Labour Party and we'll see what happens.
Surely you have a name in mind, though.
Sorry?
New Zealand is about to have an unelected Prime Minister. Do you think that's fair?
Look, that's ultimately a decision for the Prime Minister and, where we are, we've been here before in our history over time and it's our democratic convention.
Do you think the election should be earlier so that New Zealanders can have their view on the new Prime Minister?
Look, the election date's been set out today. That's all we're working to is October the 14th. We're going to be ready. We've been making our case to the New Zealand people. As I said, this year is all about us convincing them that they're going to be better off under a national government.
What was your reaction to the election date?
Look, as I said to you earlier this morning, somewhere in October to November was expected, and so it was within our expectation, and we'll be ready to go.
Does the prospect the next Prime Minister will reshuffle their cabinet, would that make you reconsider your reshuffle that's kind of been a bit overlooked today?
Absolutely not. I mean, our what was a minor reshuffle and some adjustments, actually in the scheme of things we're really comfortable with our team, and I was never looking at that in light of actually the other side.
Were you surprised that Jacinda Ardern resigned?
Look, I understand the reality of the job. I've observed and seen, former Prime Ministers and even Jacinda herself do the job, and I understand how difficult and demanding it is. And I think she has given it absolutely her all, as she said. And so, for me, it's ultimately a decision for her.
It doesn't put you off?
No. I mean, I think it's a fantastic job, and she acknowledged that herself. It's a tremendous privilege to be able to do that job, and very few people get the opportunity to do so. And it's important that when you do, you make the most of that opportunity. And so, for me, I've come to politics because I want New Zealand to do well, and that's what that job's all about.
You're being remarkably diplomatic about this. Surely you did a little fist bump or something like that when you learned the news.
No, I actually just stopped and listened to her press conference very intently, to actually hear what she was saying, and that's what I did.
What do you think of Grant Robertson's decision to rule himself out?
Look, again, ultimately a decision for him and for the Labour Party.
Have you contacted the Prime Minister at all to offer your thoughts or regrets?
Yes, I did. I sent her actually a text just thanking her and acknowledging her and wishing her well for the future.
What did she reply with?
I don't think I've had a reply yet. I haven't checked my phone. It's been a bit crazy, as I'm sure hers has been even more so.
What do you think of Grant Roberts' decision to say that he desires to stay on as Finance Minister?
Look, again, they are all comments for you guys as the pundits and the commentators. What I'm fixated on, as I've said to you this morning, nothing changes for us. It's actually how we actually get to form a government that can get things done and improve things for New Zealanders.
Are you excited by the prospect of going up against someone in the House who, even though they've performed in the House a lot, they'll still be a novice as leader?
Oh, look, I mean, I'll confront anyone that the Labour Party puts up. I mean, but again, for me, it's not so much about, it's really about making sure that what New Zealanders need right here, right now, we are in the middle of a cost of living crisis. We talked about it this morning. You know, this is going to be extended, it's here for some time, and New Zealanders need a government to be focused on them, not on themselves. And so that's really what I'm fixated on.